Hey guys, welcome back to some Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. I actually recorded previously, but then my net went down. Actually, in the middle of my introduction, so hopefully this game starts working today. I actually recorded yesterday, but unfortunately it didn't work, so my internet went down and I had to play Stardew Valley. So we got some more of that. But hey, that's fine, I guess. We're gonna do some Swamp today, then probably Snake. So our character is running the fire um, the starter kit for mages, Bolt of Fire, Fireball, very powerful spells. Laser Rapid Deconstruction at this point is a little bit iffy because of the way that the game generally constructs the dungeons around this area, and the fact that it's extremely loud. We're kind of a little bit antsy to use it. We'd rather use Bolt of Fire. However, Bolt of Fire is extremely costly in terms of hunger, and that's probably an issue. But for the time being, we've mostly got what we want sorted in terms of offense. Now we just have to kind of, you know, get the kind of utilities and such online before we end up dying. That's hopefully not going to happen. Okay, so we ended up getting that really good ring last episode. The Arpoise RC double plus ring, strength plus 7's okay, I guess, but it's not that great. We're gonna definitely enchant this troll leather armor up to plus 4 though. Extra AC at this stage in the game is very vital. As you can see, we have 29 total stats, not including the whatever the hell that amulet is, the reflection amulet. We also have 4 of the evade coming from the evasion ring, so our character is pretty squishy, regardless of, I guess, what. I don't know. It's just a squishy character, and I really, god damn it, I forgot that this was a thing. All right, we're gonna be starving a lot this game. Okay, this is not good. Yeah, okay. So I need a channel here. I probably didn't need to actually. That was a little bit of an overreaction, I suppose, but got a bit antsy. We managed to actually avoid that entire fight without go that whole fight without really taking too much damage. That's good. But the majority of these fights will not go as smoothly. I think even Swamp 4 will be probably too much for this character, I'd say. I just don't have the mana to sustain continued attack, continued fight. I don't really have the damage or the range either to stay in, I suppose, in a powerful position against a lot of enemies. They'll get close to me pretty soon. I won't be able to kill them fast enough, etc. Like even that tyrant leech was able to get in melee with me, even though I kind of fired. I wouldn't say my full salvo at him, but pretty close. So that's unfortunate. Anyway, we'll just keep going. It's fine. We'll probably work our way down to Swamp 3 and then take a look at Snake, maybe. The problem is, again, the whole corpse RNG issue, in addition to the fact that they have actually made it so that corpses only drop on certain enemies. This was an old change, of course, but it's still one that I think is really annoying because it means that even if you're poised, you still have like no access to corpses in these poisonous areas. So basically, I'm pretty screwed as a mage, but as melee, it doesn't really matter because I'm not really using that many turns because I don't have to rest every time I fight because of mana. But unfortunately, on a mage, yeah, on a melee, if you don't take damage, you don't have to rest. If you are melee, it saves a lot of food, more food than you'd expect. On a mage, however, we enjoy having to be on 0 mana every single fight, regardless of really whatever we're doing. Like, look at this. I have to cast Fireball multiple times on 0 mana. It doesn't matter if I won the fight convincingly or if I lost it, I'm still on 0 mana, so I have to rest. Thankfully, I got some chunks of flesh from those enemies, but that's a pretty rare occurrence in this area. Having a significant fight and also having chunks is kind of a Venn diagram. You don't really get them to intersect that often. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. And when you're not lucky, it costs you a permafood, regardless of whatever you want to do. And there's no real getting around that. That's kind of the issue. Like I said, bit of design oversight, I suppose. Food has always limited mages, but the thing is, mages just aren't as good as melee. So it's like, why are you doing that? Kind of. I don't know. I feel like I've been playing a lot of mages recently. Maybe I have. But I'll probably stop soon. I think. Oh right, I have to play Mummy Summoner after this. Ugh. Well, hopefully we'll just grind that one out, and then Cobalt Assassin will be straightforward. And then I'm not really sure what we'll do after that. I'll have to see at the time. All right, we're still very hungry, as you can see. Kind of just waiting for this leech to show up. He's not gonna show up. Please show up. Alright, well this worm hopefully gives us corpses, chunks. That's great, he gave us chunks this time. 1 permafood avoided, very good for us. Appreciate it. Yeah. So if you're wondering, just as a side note, if you guys are wondering why I was kind of late today, I actually went out with Mega Slime and Bob the Cannibal, 2 of the guys from the tournaments, the early tournaments that you guys might have watched in the heyday of this channel. But basically, so Mega Slime's going to America. If you didn't know that, that's fair enough because really it's not. I don't publicize that too much, but I try to give him the rep that he deserves. Even though he doesn't play Crawl anymore, that's unfortunate. He cited it being too time consuming for him to worry about anymore. But what can you do? People don't play Crawl all the time. But yeah, me and him played. Well, actually, me, Andrew, or Bob, as you guys know him probably, and Mega Slime. We went to the city and we played Mice and Mystics, which is a really fun game. It's a board game that it's kind of like a co-op board game, if that makes any sense. It's a bit like D&D, I suppose, with a little bit more, I guess, board gamey elements. And you basically play through this campaign, this ridiculously long campaign, using a number of preset characters, and you fight. It's called Mice and Mystics because you play as mice against other rats and small size animals like cockroaches, spiders, and centipedes. It's really fun, but it took us so long to get through chapter 1. Mostly because I started so there's this option in the game where you can roll, you can spend your turn basically searching for loot. And there's this great, you basically get to draw if you're successful in searching from from this deck called, oh my god, Blink, nice. And Passage of Glibria, that's pretty good. I'll pick up both of those. Let's put Blink on Shift B. And that's actually probably good enough for us to actually start training a little bit of translocation. I think 17 fighting is a little bit much for this stage in the game. So we'll turn that off for a while. But yeah, there's this thing called search, the search option, and if you're successful, I actually should not be here. I'm actually going to go do Snake 3, and I'm going to also X that place out. Because I don't want to be on Swamp 4 right now. It's a little bit too dangerous for this character. I want to do the easier stuff first. Generally speaking, doing the the X to 3 and the Y to 3 in terms of like branches, that tends to be reserved for like the more weak characters. You don't really need to do it, it's usually unnecessary, but on this specific character I feel like it's probably better. Alright, so this Staff of Power is really good for us. We can just use it to get 9 free MP. It means that we just have a little bit more in the tank to kill enemies with. We should also pick up our shield at some point. I'll probably do that now, because dodging doesn't seem to be giving me too much. We'll turn fire magic down, we'll train shields, and we'll try to get our shield that we have in our inventory to no penalty, which will be 9 for a large race such as an ogre. Anyway, returning to Mice and Mystics, there's this search option you can get. I played the rogue of the characters, and basically by the end of the game, I was so into it that I just stopped playing basically to just search every single round. Mega Slime and Bob would be like, "Oh no, we're dying, guys." Oh great, our internet's down. That's fine. It's fine. I'm telling a story. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So everyone was down. There's this like hunger clock that if you spend too long like messing around in a floor while there's no enemies in sight, you spawn new enemies and you make the rest of the game more difficult. For example. So what I did was I just searched every single round. I was just like, I'm not playing this game. I just want to get more daggers because my rogue class has 2 daggers that you can hold in your hands and 1 dagger in your tail. So by the end of the game, you can get like an insanely good setup because you can have 3 weapons that you can attack with, 3 offensive options, I suppose. And it's really like just, oh man, it's a lot of fun with that. So basically, yeah, the game that was supposed to take maybe like an hour and a bit took 2.5 hours because I just sat there searching, and everyone was like, "Oh my god!" But it was okay because turns out I have incredibly bad luck when it comes to searching. Just like in Crawl, my RNG manipulation skills need some working on because I missed my search check about 8 times in a row. So I just sat. Basically, I was sitting there for an entire floor doing nothing. My team was working like together. Everyone's like healing each other, working to like kill bosses and stuff. I'm just sitting there searching. I'm like, nope, I need to get this done. You guys don't understand. I need to see that sweet loot. And that was that was pretty good. So yeah, basically, don't play with me if you know that there's gonna be some sick loot in the game because very soon I get distracted. Though to be fair, I did do a serious version of the game. Roxanne. Now, the reason why I'm thinking about this is because I actually have LRD, which is effective against statues, and Roxanne is someone that will give me a statue of an Earth book, Earth-related book usually, which makes her very tempting. I'm gonna explore the rest of the floor first, and then we'll go have a go at tackling her. Book of Flames. Sticky Flame is okay. I don't think it's amazing for this stage in the game, but it's workable, I guess. Okay, switch back to our melee weapon. Do a little bit of stabbing. Regen amulet, not that great. If we got an amulet of mana regen though, different story. But for now, regen amulet, nah. Not amazing. Alright, this is an unfortunate spot for us to be in. We blew 30 mana on a single enemy. Excuse me. Oh, mages. Though, then again, I guess Stone Arrow is just garbage, so it makes sense. I guess it makes sense. Silameo. Whatever. It's fine, guys. Anyway, yeah, so we played Mice and Mystics. We also played Splendor, if you guys have ever heard of that. It's like a card game where it's like one of those classic board games where you just kind of play to build, not a deck of sorts, but you have a win condition you have to go for. You do that by building resources, by buying cards, buying and selling cards of certain value, and so on and so forth. It's a very fun game, but I think that after like 2 or 3 plays, it went kind of low in terms of like replayability. I feel like once it got too serious, it's a little bit too kind of obnoxious to play. Just because everyone's like thinking way too long, everyone's basically roping their turns, and you're just like, I mean, it's fun, but it's a little bit too competitive for me. If that makes sense. I go to that place to play just casual board games. I don't go there to play like crazy competitive ones. Playing to win is just kind of hard. Oh god, yeah, this lag is a little bit, rough, but we'll try to get through it. What else do we play? Well, let me explain to you what the place where we went in the first place. The place is called Good Games, and it's in the city. There's 2 of them actually, one in Central, one in Town Hall. I'm not going to tell you which one I went to, but I probably went to both. I've been to both at different times, but effectively it's just a place to play usually Magic or other card games. It's a real nerd hangout. That's true. But then again, if you're playing Crawl, you're probably a nerd too. So you'd appreciate that, hopefully. But yeah, it's kind of like one of those dying out places where you can play games like Warhammer and alright, we are just completely shut out of luck. Yeah, unfortunately our internet's been bad for the last couple of days. I don't know why that's the case. I hope it's because NBN's coming, but that's very unlikely. I'm going to quickly... Hello? Okay. Net? Hello? Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this, switch over to my mobile data, and hopefully we'll just be able to continue the video, but, that's unlucky we can't. So I'm sorry for the lack of visuals right now. I assure you that I am working very hard to get the remainder working, but I'm getting really sick of this internet. Like, I'm sorry guys, the net is playing a lot of tricks with me. When I'm playing League and stuff, it disconnects me at the most inopportune moments. When I'm playing like Crawl, like I said, on here, it's just laggy as shit. I can't speedrun anymore because I've tried a couple of times, like here and there, and it's just the worst thing in the world. I have no stable connection. Like playing on the mobile data is okay, but it's kind of also a little bit. It's like consistently worse than just having good net. And I'm getting really annoyed at it because we can't actually figure out the reason why. Telstra doesn't. Well, Telstra is our internet provider. I don't think you can do anything with that, but you know, say that what you will. Wait, is it Telstra? I think it's Telstra. But they've been saying recently that there's been a lot of maintenance, I guess, in our area, but it doesn't seem to be the case. I'm not actually sure what that's all about. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I can't really say too much. I'm not incredibly knowledgeable about computers. Even though you would think I am, I'm just pretty bad. I don't know. I guess no one's really saying that. Oh my god! Wow, casual 120 HP lost. I mean, we were trying to hit him with a +0 weapon, but still, +0 dagger of electrocution with 0 skill. But hey, you know, man can dream. I mean, women can dream too, but you know, that's not what the saying says. So let's not try to. Oh god, please just let me out. Oh god. Yeah, see, as you can see here, the lag is kind of not as bad, I suppose, but it's a little bad. I actually might consider going back to offline mode. I'm really getting sick of playing online. Mostly because the lag is just so inconsistent sometimes, and the lack of, yeah, we're starving to death. This is fun. I don't know, the lack of, hold on. Just everything about offline is better for recording purposes than online. Online is honestly just shit. It's really bad for recording. There's no real reason for me to be online, actually, other than just stats. But I don't know, I'm starting not to care about them. It's like, I have this account. I can make another one of these accounts, like, any day of the week. Why am I doing this? Alright, we're just gonna blow up Roxanne with LRD, great. She gives us Book of the Earth, which gives us access to Iron Shot, and eventually Shatter, and also Statue Form, but we don't really care about that right now. That's great, we end up picking up our really good spell for us. I don't know if we should be using it though. It's very, very expensive in hunger as well. Well, for the time being, let's put the shield on. It makes it so that our Bolt of Fire is actually uncastable. Let's not do that. It's not uncastable, but it's very hard to cast, which is really annoying. Alright, we're starving now. Oh, thank god there's food shops. Oh, thank god. Okay, I was actually stressing out because I didn't realize that I had food. No food. Alright, thank god. Thank goodness. We did it. Let's drop some of this useless stuff. Honestly, I think we're going to just drop the arrows. I'm never actually using the sticks to snakes anyway. It's no real point. And we'll go to Lair and drop the books as well. And the books we can actually pick up anything like we can pick up would be nice here. Apportation is a really nice pickup. We've already trained it because we've got Passage of Equilibria down. Honestly, Passage can go off now. It's probably not that necessary. We'll also train a splash of armor, just because I feel like that's a little bit good to have. Pushing to degen, that's fine. And we can pick up. Regen's not bad to pick up right now, but I don't think it's that necessary. Statue Form's pretty good. Not really, no. Deflect Missiles is nice, but it's probably going to be very expensive. I think Ignition is going to be our late game big spell, I suppose. Hopefully we get access to... Oh, I just realized this is going to suck because I have no hunger mitigating spells. My weakest spell that's hunger mitigating is Stone Arrow, and that really sucks. Okay. Well, that's very unfortunate, I guess. Alright, we're getting some lag on my phone too, so that's a little bit of an issue. Yeah. This is just... It's like, why would you play online, honestly? For recording, I mean. It just seems so pointless. And I only did it because... Well, to be fair, I wasn't actually recording online until Salt City, pretty much, because there was just no point. And Salt City was only there because I wanted people to realize that it was accountable. No hidden tricks, no real offline play, and to some extent that's been pretty successful, I think. I don't think anyone's really called me out for faking the system, because I've pretty much been 100% consistent on this account at least, with putting my stuff on the channel. I may have skipped like Vinestalker Transmuter, like not like the whole thing, but some of the videos, just because I felt like it was just a waste of time to do it, and also I was pretty pissed off at the time. I think because that Vinestalker was really close to winning and then died. I'm pretty sure that's how that worked anyway. But yeah, like I said, this character is moving along pretty slow now. Alright, I need to remember not to use Iron Shot. I need to not use Iron Shot. I don't know. I wonder if anyone actually argues that Spell Hunger doesn't need to be fixed in this game. That it's fine. When you see stuff like this, it's just... why? Let's Bolt of Fire here, knowing we're gonna go starving. Eat a fruit, I suppose. God. Please let me Stone Arrow you. Thank you very much. And we got a corpse, thank goodness. Alright, brilliant. Would have been in a pretty bad spot if we had not gotten the corpse. We actually need a lot more spell casting. We have 15 already. It's not enough. We really need energy staves right now. If we can get one, that'd be brilliant. Unfortunately, we do not have one. That's a little bit unlucky. There's like so many chunks that you just can't eat. It's just like, why do these corpses exist? God damn it. Alright. Alright, there's a snake. Hopefully we can eat him. Nope, didn't drop a corpse. Blah. Alright, cool. Near starving again. Thankfully we got a corpse this time. We're only hungry. Okay, very hungry now. Never mind. Changed my mind. This is a bit of an issue here. Gonna have to probably use a higher level spell, unfortunately. Do we have anything that can clear this efficiently? Fireball, maybe? Nope. Okay, can't switch to melee. Bolt of Fire, Stone Arrow. Please just kill him, thank you. Alright, we might actually die here. Iron Shot, please. Acid Wand, there we go. Heal wounds. Probably should teleport here. I only have 4. Okay, that barely fixed the problem because that brought us closer to our death. Further away from the staircase, more accurately. Okay, gonna use a meat ration here. Or bread ration, sorry. No real choice but to do so. Alright, getting a bit of lag here, that's fine. Got a scroll blinking, that's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I went to the city. I've been going to the city more recently, as of late actually, to go to the arcades. It's been pretty fun. You can play Street Fighter at the arcades. Sometimes you actually see people, which is surprising. Though I think that that's kind of because Street Fighter V has been kind of a flop a little bit. A lot of players actually do want to come back, play at the arcades. It's kind of missing. I feel like Street Fighter V has missed the mark for the most part. If you don't know what that is, it's a fighting game that I have talked about on the channel before, but I've never actually put on the channel. I don't think anyone would watch it though, so there's no real point. But yeah, I think that people have not really enjoyed Street Fighter V, and because of that, they're kind of going back to 4 a little bit. Not like incredibly, because they do that on PC rather than playing at an arcade. Because arcades are just garbage in terms of quality. The sticks are worse than what you'd have at home. If you're anywhere near like a actual, connoisseur, I guess. I don't know how to say that. Like, just someone who owns a decent stick, arcade stick. You'd probably be getting better stuff than what's at the Australian arcades anyway. Like in America and Japan, completely different story. But in Australia, yeah, you're probably getting better than what you'd find at the arcades. But also, Street Fighter and Tekken in general are really bad at doing their job. No, not doing this. What am I saying? They're They're not up to date. Tekken's about like 2 to 3 years old. Tekken 7 is in store. This is bad. Gonna passage right over here. Boop. So passage equilibrium just pops us a little bit further out. Just kind of need that for the space. Unfortunately, we missed half our stuff, and now we are probably screwed. Iron shot missed. Okay, bolt of fire missed. Bolt of fire missed. Bolt of fire missed. Okay, we're gonna have to reset the fight. Okay. Fireball. 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 Okay, that's... Okay, we're fucked here. We need to haste out. Or die. Effectively. We're lagging a little bit, that's fine. Okay. I have nothing that can really attack that spark blast from that position. That's fine, we leave. Go back over here, and we need to restart the fight somehow. This is a bit unfortunate. Asterion and also... what's his name? Isel. I forgot his name for a second there. And then I forgot how to pronounce it, so that's pretty sad. And also shock serpents, which are basically uniques in and of themselves. Okay, I really wish I had just some spell that worked against this guy. That'd be really nice. 3 iron shots go down. Alright, bolt of fires are hitting, so I'm actually just going to keep casting them. It's fine. It's worth it. If I can just kill that guy. Because that means that Asterion isn't as scary this time around. Alright, unfortunately our lack of range means that we can't hit that Black Mamba until it's too late. We're going to have to probably find some place to run away at this point. Asterion is a big threat. His shield will block a lot of the stuff that we're trying to shoot at him. And in general, he just does a lot of damage. You need to be a bit scared of that guy. We don't have Orb Destruction, which means that we don't have a way of easily killing an enemy like that, so we have really no offense on this character. The Iron Shot is good, but it's unwieldy, to say the least, and it also just generally isn't as good as Orb Destruction. Book of Cantrips, that gives us access to Animate Skeleton, which we probably can take advantage of. I think that a lot of the spells that we have kind of suck for Animate Skeleton. Bolt of Fire, Fireball, really do not like having allies in the way. Lee's Rapid Deconstruction can be used on skeletons, which is pretty cool, so I guess we'll try that. We're just going to make a small macro here, and we'll save them. There we go. So now every time I butcher something, it'll cast Animate Skeleton instead, and every single time that I want to butcher something without using Animate Skeleton, I can press Shift Q. So here we can see the, we can kind of see the effect of... No, okay, never mind. Our corpse died immediately. I was going to say we could show off the LRD with Animate Skeleton combo, but unfortunately, because our ally died, no such luck. Okay, so maybe we can try it here. Never mind. Alright, let's just blow the wall up. Okay, that didn't really work. That made a lot of noise and it just didn't do any damage. That's kind of unfortunate, but hey, whatever. Okay, pull away from the salamander. We need to probably stone arrow him to death if possible. Thank you. That way we get a little bit more hunger. Bang for our buck, I suppose. Yeah, at this point LRD is just doing absolutely nothing to these guys. It's really just bouncing off their iron skin. That's very unfortunate for us, but well, that's the nature of those kind of spells. Oh god, that was not good. Alright, let's just walk back this way. We kind of cornered ourselves here, that's fine. We will ID the digging wand so we don't waste charges, and then dig. That's Vashnia. That's very unfortunate for us. We're going to have to walk away from this. So at this point we have seen Vashnia, and we've also seen Asterion, and we've also seen Isel on this floor. We're going to probably have to skip this one because we don't have a choice. If we die from the upstairs, that's just unlucky and we can do nothing about it. So there you go. That's the ultimatum, unfortunately. We'll clear this side of the floor though because it's pretty relatively safe to do so. Oh, I thought that was a statue. That could have been access to a shop, which would have been nice. Really nice. Okay, ID, another potion I suppose. Why not? Okay. This has a trap, that's absolutely fine. I'm actually going to just leave one of the traps open just so that I have a way of, just kind of blocking line of sight, like here. I can kind of just stand here, they can't do anything about it until they walk around the sides, which will funnel enemies one at a time into me, and that's a little bit better than what I have now. Unfortunately though, we did not get that opportunity, and now we might be in a little bit of problems. A little bit of a struggle here. Alright, that's fine. I think our shields is close enough now that we can just wear it. Yeah, our spells are good enough. They're not amazing, but they're good enough. And you know what they say, good enough is really just good enough. I tried to cast Orb Destruction there, and then I cried a little bit. Okay, Vashnia just wants to fight. We're gonna channel mana here, so we have infinity mana. Won't worry about hunger just yet. It's not a huge deal. There we go. Vashnia goes down nice and easy. Very nice. Only cost us some hunger and also our mana, but that's fine. Sith Moon surprisingly hasn't been on 6 Pits of Piety for a while, but I don't know. We've been abusing her abilities pretty well, so I don't really care too much about that. I guess we'll recharge the Acid Wand. It's a pretty good attack wand as far as wands go. Ice Blast being the other good one, really. There's Jorgrun. If he's got a Staff of Earth, that'd be really nice. No, he doesn't. It's fine. We will fly here, and we will just Bolt of Fire and do other assorted spells on him, and hopefully he just dies. That'd be very nice if he just casually died with no stress. Okay. We had to go in for the dagger stabs, but you know, that's fine. We did it. It's close enough. Okay, that is Snake 4, I just realized that. Okay. So we'll X that place off, and we'll probably just explore around this area, and then we'll head over to Swamp, because I think Swamp is a little bit easier than Snake, at least in terms of, like, direct difficulty. So I'll probably just avoid doing Snake 4 just yet. But as you can see, I've taken a much more conservative path in terms of the routing of this game. This specific game, I feel, is a little bit on the weaker side, just because of the lack of just general efficiency in killing stuff and the food problems and all that stuff. It's really making me quite stressed about how this character is turning out. So as a result, I've decided to, you know, try really hard to get all the stronger stuff, all the easy stuff out of the way as quick as I can, so that I can level up and be as strong as I can at every point in the game. Like I said, it's very unnecessary to take this kind of like a roundabout path. You don't really need to do that. Most branches that you go in for Lair, you can easily like do at the time that you're supposed to do them. But like I said, this character just wants a little bit more XP, a little bit more grinding, and this is just the best way to do it, I suppose. Unfortunately, the bolts of fire are really eating into our food, which is a shame because it's the only really good spell we have. I should probably pick up maybe like Throw Icicle, but then I'd have to train some Ice Magic to get the spell power up. It's kind of just a lose-lose situation here. We're in a spot now where we just kind of have no choice but to accept that we're going to be losing a lot of food. I mean, if I starve to death, I starve to death, right? Just, I don't know. This, like, short of like spamming a lot more into spellcasting or using significantly worse spells to clear same spots, it's kind of hard to. It's a bit hard to. Oh god, that's Mara. Okay, this has not been a very kind snake to me. I'm not gonna lie. It's a very awkward snake. I'm just gonna. You know what? I can actually do something to mitigate slightly the hunger costs. That's a Styrian. We petrify him. There's pretty much no chance that's gonna happen. Okay, he's also got a scroll of summoning, so we're just gonna teleport out. There's really no reason for us to. Okay, so we've been teleported right in the middle of these goons. We're gonna be constantly constricted by this anaconda, but hopefully that doesn't matter. Thankfully it passed away. Let's just go away, please. Alright, cool. Now we are going to learn Bolt of Magma. Bolt of Magma is an obviously worse version of Bolt of Fire. It's got less range, it's got less damage, it's just not that good compared to Bolt of Fire, but I will pick it up because I find that it's a little bit more efficient in terms of mana, because it's 5 and hunger. I'm also going to pick up Sticky Flame, which is a great spell for us to use when we are a little bit, you know, worried about what we have to deal with. Can we drop any spells right now? I guess we could drop Petrify. It really doesn't work against too many things. And I'm gonna pick up something else for it, probably. Let's just see. Throw Icicle is a really good start, I would say. I don't know what the power is. It's pretty good, actually. That's pretty decent. I'm actually gonna pick that up. Oh, or we could go lightning spire. Yeah, yeah, lightning spire would be better, I think, actually. Yeah, we'll get lightning spire. And we'll put that on the A, I guess. I don't know. I have never really worried too much about that. The problem is I'm just like I just really don't want to train all these extra things. I need to train more spell casting, I need to train more fighting. Not really fighting as much, but you know. I just need to train stuff. I have so much stuff that I need to train. It's really just taking its toll on me. Alright, we're running down our bread ration, which is a little bit scary, but you know, we'll have to deal with that eventually. It's fine, whatever. We'll fireball these guys for free. Wait, fireball does cost mana, doesn't it? Cost 2 hunger. That's not very good, but it's free XP effectively. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take it right while I can. Like I said, every little bit of EXP is that little bit more useful to this character. Okay, and especially because this is just okay. Jesus. Okay, we're taking a lot of damage from that. Never mind. That's really rough. Okay, we'll just take on one Oclob at a time then, I suppose. Using the corpses we got from the frog, we can quickly and easily deal with this crazy Oclob guy. There we go. Get some free gold and whatever. The rewards weren't great, but you know, you might as well just finish it while you can, right? Oh, that's right. I also have to go to layer 6, and I also have to pick up that swamp dragon kill that I was talking about earlier. See, I can remember things. It's just kind of like I have no choice, really. I have to just kind of go back and do all the things that we missed. Just because I want to keep powering this character up. I mean, I'm already level 18. That's really good for this stage in the game, really. If I get to level 20 by vaults, I'm doing pretty well for myself, I'd say. Usually, like, a low-level vaults guy is like level 17 or 18, which is pretty low, to be fair. Level 20 is pretty decent, I'd say. I don't know if ogres have fast leveling. We can actually just check. I'll do that now. Ogres have plus 0 to EXP, so they have human level EXP, I think. Is that right? Whoa, what the hell? What do humans have, exactly? Oh, they have plus 1, never mind. So we have slightly worse than human, but not that much worse. Okay, that is a fire dragon. I just kind of want to smack him up with Iron Shot. He's not a hugely threatening target now that we're level 18. It's really hard for him to kill us. But we'll just stone arrow him to death. There we go, great. And we get fire dragon armor, which is not that necessary, but it's a nice thing to have. We don't have to worry about this swamp dragon armor being over deep water because we already have one in swamp, but you know, the fire dragon is nice to pick up. Okay, cool. Great. There's a scroll here of something we don't know. It's either holy word, silence, enchant weapon, brand weapon, or vulnerability, so it's not that good either way. It's vulnerability, that's fine. We're just kind of doing it for the XP, like I said. We got like maybe 4% XP. It's not horrible, I suppose. Okay, swamp time. We are going to go to swamp 4 now. Hopefully clear this area out. Hooray! Damn, dude, we have no food. This sucks. This really sucks. But I find that like every time I play mage, it happens like this anyway. So it's kind of like, whatever. You just get used to it. Get used to having no food. This is what the being poor feels like. I'm sorry, that's an insensitive joke. But it's true. The poor do not eat food as often because they do not have the privilege to do so. It's an ugly truth, but it's the truth. We actually don't need fighting. We'll train some more dodging, I guess. Or we could train more invocations, but at this point I think I really need other stuff, so nah. Okay, we have a very unfortunate lineup here. Thankfully Thorn Hunters are RF minus, and we have just enough range on that firewall to pick it off at max range. Gosh, I wish we were Vehemit sometimes. Man, Vehemit's such a good god. Okay, use iron shots. I mean, stone arrows. Sorry, I almost said the word that would make me hungry. Wouldn't want that, would I? Hey, a fire dragon. We know all about that. We've been learning about that. Hey, that's 2 fire dragons. Okay, we didn't learn about that. Okay, please don't. Please don't do that much damage to me, please God. Okay. Let's iron shot this guy. This bad boy. Stone arrow to finish him off. Yeah. Hell yeah. We actually killed that guy with relative ease. I love it. Pull the Spriggan up. Alright, he didn't come up. Oh, maybe he did, and then he just didn't pay attention. That's fine as well. Iron shot a couple of times. Pull upstairs. Get my dragon boy to help me out. Unfortunately, he died over the water, so I didn't get his corpse, but, you know, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. God, I wish I had food. Let's pull away from this boy. There's a tyrant leech there. That's... Oh god, what the hell? Ah, man. Okay, let's see. What can we do here? We can lightning spire here. And then now that we have a lot of ground, we can kind of just pelt him with stuff, I guess. There we go. Nicely done. Alright, lightning spire saved our lives by being a meat shield. I love it. Okay. Can I shoot? I could just shoot a bolt of magma to the left. Doesn't matter if it doesn't hit anything. I know it's going to hit the, or at least it's going to go in the direction of the fire dragon, which is good enough for me. Perfect. Get another corpse, just as we're starving. Loving it. I mean, there's nothing more tense in this game than having almost no food and then getting a corpse, a beautifully like large corpse too, not like one of those shitty little snake corpses. I mean like a real corpse. Just chowing down on that stuff as you're about to die of starvation. Feels good, man. I love it. Okay, that's a fire crab up here. I want to deal with him first, just because he's an asshole. Then we can deal with this crazy looking guy. Unfortunately, we can't eat the fire crab. Why not? Crabs are so delicious. No, they're not. I hate crabs. They're okay, I guess. But maybe it's just because I'm lazy that I don't like crabs. I always say, like, I would eat crab. I always have this analogy nowadays that I use to liken. Oh god, distortion. Really? Let's blink here. Okay, he's still got a hit on me. That's unfortunate. Let's blink again. Okay, he's just really not giving up. There we go. I always have this analogy because when you talk to like other uni students, you talk about your degree. It's like one of the basic openers, the Minotaur Berserker of conversation starters. I don't know why I made that comparison. Yeah, but yeah, it's always like, oh, what degree do you do? Oh, how is it? Blah blah blah. Right? Everyone always says to me, oh my god, your degree is so interesting. That sounds really cool. I could do that as well. And I always make this analogy with crab. I would eat crab if someone peeled all the shell and gave me a nice bowl of crab meat. But I wouldn't eat a crab if I had to peel it myself, because that's a pain in the ass. That's exactly the same way with degrees. Everyone's degree is always cool because you don't have to deal with the downsides. Once you deal with the downsides, you realize this thing is a piece of shit and I hate it. I don't know. I like that analogy. I'm sorry if that makes no sense to you guys, but you know, it resonates deep. It cuts deep in my heart. Okay, so too bad. All right, we got some summoning books, and we also picked up a book with Crystal Spear in it. Crystal Spear is a fine way to finish the game. It's a little bit, it's very mana inefficient, sorry, which is again why I decided to say maybe Sif Muna would be good because we can just kind of channel the mana instead of having to worry about that stuff. But you know, that's fine. Oh, we've been recording for quite some time. We'll probably end the video after the Swamp 4, and then we will probably do Snake 4 at the end of next video, or at the beginning of next video, sorry. Let's hit him with some of those light spells. They're still 2 Pips of Hunger. That's insane to me. That is actually so crazy that they cost that much hunger. It sucks that the Staff of Energy is the best stuff in the game. It sucks so bad. I wish it wasn't the case. I'm not even joking, like, Staff of Energy is just so much better than every other stuff. Just because of the utility it brings, it's so broken. Ah, God, get over here. Stones. God damn it. I have to use stones to attract people. Curse me in my natural ogre stealthiness. Curse me. If only ogres were a non-stealthy race. If only they didn't have +5 stealth aptitudes. Damn. Unlucky. No, I have no idea why that thing couldn't see me. It was just stupid, I guess. Like, really stupid. Like, I say that as, I don't say that as a joke. I mean, the hit dice was so low that it's just non-intelligent, so it can't understand that I exist. It is very stupid. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, I was saying some bullshit. Who cares? It's fine. We'll leave it till the next video, I suppose. Swamp 1 and Snake. Let's go to Snake. Alright, we'll leave it here. It's been 40 minutes. I need to upload this. It's 10 o'clock already, so I need to sleep. I'm actually really tired, so thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all tomorrow.